First, let's look at the 9,000-year-old limestone mask. Pulled from the West Bank, the 9,000-year-old limestone mask was discovered in 2018 by looters in Hebron, which is located in the southern part of the West Bank. The Israel Antiquities Authority got wind of the theft and sent in their own undercover agents, who eventually recovered the artifact from a private collector. It's now housed in the Israel Museum in Jerusalem, although its origin story remains a bit murky. The mask itself is stunning, carved from a single block of limestone. You can see the painstaking detail put into every feature, from the high cheekbones to the narrow nose and even the teeth. There are 4 holes drilled around the edges, suggesting it could have been strung up somehow. Maybe it was worn ceremoniously or displayed prominently somewhere. But without further evidence, we can only speculate. What we do know is that the mask dates back to the Neolithic period, a time roughly between 12,000 and 4,500 BC. This was a transformative era when humans began to transition from nomadic hunter-gatherers to settled agricultural societies. This shift dramatically reshaped not only our diet and lifestyle, but also our cultural practices, rituals, and art forms. Masks, especially those dating to the Neolithic era, provide an intimate glimpse into these early societies. They often reflect a deep connection to the spiritual realm, embodying ancestral spirits or mythical beings. During this time, humans started forming more permanent settlements, raising livestock and growing crops. This newfound stability allowed for the specialization of labor and the accumulation of goods, leading to the emergence of villages and eventually cities. These early settlements became hubs of social interaction and religious ceremonies, places where communities came together to honor their beliefs and traditions. Within these vibrant communities, masks played a pivotal role, serving as tangible representations of their worldview and values. They were used to connect with the supernatural, to pay homage to ancestors, or to personify deities and mythical figures. The very creation of these masks was a communal activity, involving skilled artisans who dedicated countless hours to crafting these intricate pieces of art. The materials used, whether stone, clay, or wood, were carefully selected, and the techniques employed often passed down through generations, ensuring the preservation of cultural heritage. These masks weren't just objects, they were vessels of shared history, each design echoing stories and beliefs that had been passed down since time immemorial. The meticulous attention to detail evident in these artifacts speaks volumes about the dedication and skill of the individuals who created them. The rendering of facial features, the expression of eyes, the contour of noses and mouths, all contributed to creating a likeness that was both realistic and symbolic. Every stroke, every curve held cultural significance, serving as a visual language that conveyed deep-rooted traditions and values. As archaeologists continue to unearth these Neolithic treasures, they bring us face to face with our ancestral past. The masks stare back at us, silent witnesses to a time when humanity was coming of age, when the seeds of civilization were first sown. They remind us of the profound human need to understand our place in the cosmos, to grapple with questions of life, death, and the unseen forces that shape our world. Now let's visit Libya. The discovery of the mask happened in the ancient city of Talmyda. This city was originally founded by Greek colonists in the 7th century BCE and flourished as a key player in the Mediterranean trade networks. However, the archaeological site was largely abandoned after the 15th century. The mask itself is quite haunting, a stark visage carved from mortar. Its lack of distinct features gives it an eerie presence, like a specter from a bygone era. While its exact function remains unclear, researchers have put forth some intriguing theories. Some believe it may have served as a protective symbol, warding off evil spirits or malevolent forces, while others suggest it might be linked to traditional Libyan beliefs and customs. The dwelling where the mask was found was quite interesting in itself. The researchers noted that it had a sophisticated rainwater collection system, suggesting the residents placed importance on water conservation. Moreover, the house featured stone basins, possibly used for offering or tax purposes. The discovery of the mask within this domestic setting raises intriguing questions about the daily lives, rituals, and beliefs of the people who lived there. Its placement deep within a cistern suggests a deliberate act, hinting at a potential connection between the mask, the building's function, and the broader socio-cultural context of the time. Finally, let's look at the gold mask. This treasure was unearthed in 1876 in Mycenae, Greece, by the renowned archaeologist Heinrich Schliemann. The mask was found nestled within a burial chamber, leading many to initially believe it belonged to the legendary King Agamemnon. However, further historical and archaeological research has cast doubt on this claim. The mask itself is a masterpiece of craftsmanship. Forged from a single sheet of gold, it captures the essence of a human face with remarkable accuracy. Intricate details such as the depiction of a thick beard, mustache, and large ears speak to the skill and artistry of the individual who created it. It's hard to ignore the lifelike quality of the mask, even though it's over 3,000 years old. It feels like looking into the eyes of someone from a distant past. But there's more to this artifact than its aesthetic brilliance. The mask is a window into the cultural practices and beliefs of the Mycenaean civilization. Created around 1600 BC, it predates Homer's epic poems, the Iliad and the Odyssey, which immortalize tales of the Trojan War and the legendary heroes of ancient Greece. This means that the mask not only reflects a bygone era, but also offers insights into a world that predates some of the most influential stories in Western literature. As we conclude our journey through these ancient masks, one thing becomes abundantly clear. These artifacts are more than just pieces of history. They are portals to the human experience. They force us to confront our shared past, the joys, fears, and rituals that have defined our existence throughout the millennia. The faces staring back at us, whether serene, solemn, or enigmatic, are a testament to the enduring human spirit. Each line, each curve etched into these masks tells a story of a culture, a time, a belief system, or a ritual long past. They serve as anchors to a history that might otherwise feel distant and abstract. As we marvel at the craftsmanship, the symbolism, and the sheer audacity of creating something so timeless, let's remember that behind every mask, there's a story waiting to be told. It's up to us to listen. Thanks for watching. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already. See you next time. Bye.